My parents banned me from cars after my brother nearly died in a car crash. They don't know I'm a Tokyo street legend. My parents made exactly one rule after they pulled my older brother Ethan from the wreckage of his Subaru on Highway 101. No driving, no cars, not even sitting in the driver's seat of a parked vehicle until I turned 25. They'd already sold both family cars and switched to ride shares exclusively, and they made me delete every racing video game from my console after catching me watching dashcam footage of the Wangan Expressway at 2 in the morning. Dad couldn't even watch car commercials without his hands starting to shake. The problem was that I'd inherited whatever gene made Ethan obsessed with speed, that same inexplicable need to feel an engine respond to your inputs and push a machine to its absolute limits. And now I was stuck in suburban California, taking the bus to community college, while my friends posted videos from track days and autocross events. Everything I wanted to do, everything I was apparently built for, had been locked away behind a rule born from trauma and fear. The worst part was visiting Ethan in the long-term care facility every weekend, watching him struggle through physical therapy to relearn how to walk after the crash shattered both his legs and fractured his spine in 3 places. He'd been street racing on a canyon road when he lost control, and the doctors said he was lucky to be alive. My parents said he was proof that cars were death machines, and anyone who got behind the wheel was playing Russian roulette with their life. I spent 6 months following their rule perfectly, taking buses and bumming rides and pretending I didn't care about cars anymore. But the craving never went away. It just got worse, like trying to ignore hunger by not thinking about food. I'd lie awake at night remembering the one time Ethan had let me drive his car in an empty parking lot before the crash, the way the steering wheel communicated every detail of the road surface, how the throttle response felt like a conversation between me and the machine. Everything changed when I started working part-time at a shipping company warehouse to save money for college, moving boxes and processing international freight manifests for minimum wage. My parents loved that I was being responsible and earning money doing something completely unrelated to vehicles. That's where I met Kenji Nakamura, a logistics coordinator who handled shipments between California and Japan. He'd noticed me studying Japanese during my lunch breaks and asked why I was learning the language. I told him the truth, that I was obsessed with Japanese car culture and wanted to understand the communities I watched in translated videos online. He laughed and said his nephew ran a small import shop in Shibuya that specialized in used performance parts, and if I was serious about learning, he could arrange a summer internship helping with inventory and translations. My parents didn't even hesitate when I asked about spending 3 months in Tokyo working at an auto parts warehouse. They saw it as cultural education and language immersion, a productive way to spend my summer that had nothing to do with actual driving. What they didn't know was that Kenji's nephew wasn't just running a parts shop. He was one of the most connected people in Tokyo's underground racing scene, and his shop was where street racers came to build their machines. I arrived in Tokyo in June with a suitcase full of clothes and a head full of theoretical knowledge about cars that I'd never actually applied. The shop was a narrow 3-story building wedged between a ramen restaurant and a convenience store in a part of Shibuya that tourists never saw.